What is good, my beautiful Aquarius gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We are going to read your tarot cards here today. General messages are what I do here on YouTube. This will be for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Because they are general, not everything I say will resonate with every single one of you out there. So if it's not your message, don't worry about it. Assume it's going out to someone else who needs to hear it. But I do hope there's lots of advice, guidance, wisdom that you can take away here today. Just do keep in mind you are accountable and responsible for all actions and decisions. All right, what's the deal? This is the first one to come out. Four of Cups. Where are you afraid to step out of the comfort zone or take a leap of faith elsewhere? Where has your narrative changed and you know it, but you're not necessarily wanting to acknowledge it? I'm not going to beat you up, Aquarius. I'm going to give you some positive vibrations. I have to start off with this because this is like a problem card. This is like it needs a solution. So I'm sort of tapping into, all right, so what are we struggling with here? Some of you just need to step into your power and use your voice, utilize your words, your thoughts, your intelligence to take your power back. It may feel like someone is undervaluing you or undermining you or saying things behind your back. It can be a card that points out to victimhood, but that's not how we roll here at Teacup, right? We're not going to be the victim. We're going to use this to empower us to move our story forward, to change the narrative, right? Step into your power. Yeah, and look, you will. This ends in a beautiful way. All right, so here's the thing. I guess let me just finish that thought, but my first reaction to those two coming together is, who's afraid of commitment or who's afraid of marriage? I know some of you are like, yes, like, so I'm going to get there, but just to finish out this whole, like, someone taking away your voice or your power, maybe it doesn't have to do with marriage so much as a commitment to a job. So I guess I would ask you as an Aquarius, who most Aquarians, certainly not all, tend to really place a lot of value and importance on their personal freedom. Why would you want to work with someone, romantically or business, who impedes upon that freedom, especially freedom of thought? This is almost, to me, saying mind control. Yeah, it's interesting. I usually love this card. Generally speaking, it has a very happy connotation, but this says to me some of you may be either involved in a pairing or a situation, a team, a collaboration, where the more you work with this person, there's an abuse of power and I don't know if they're taking your ideas and calling it their own, but there's something about, you know, you have to step up. I think you're just deciding when or how. So what advice can I give them on that? And if it is romantic, I mean, I guess I'm asking one or the cross watcher, whoever this is, if you truly value your freedom, there's nothing wrong with that, but why are you afraid to express it to this person who wants a commitment with you? All of this could be, you know, not made out to be a monster if someone is just an advocate for themselves, someone who's saying their absolute truth. It doesn't have to be in a rude way. It doesn't have to be in a condescending way, but the only way out of this Eight of Swords, because they are truly your own thoughts, is you have to find your way out. You have to come to the conclusion that you don't want to be stuck here anymore, right? So, and I never mean to sound condescending. I say these messages with compassion and empathy, but the solution to this is to realize, like, that binding around your hands and your wrist, essentially you're allowing it to continue. So it really is up to you to fight back, right? And I'm not necessarily saying physical altercation. I mean, I'm not saying that, but it really is taking your power back. If this isn't your story, if this isn't who you want to be, then you don't have to. A lot of you, it feels like this could be in a marriage. I would argue if you are already in a marriage and you're not happy, that shows here to me. That shows me that, like, you're putting on a good face for the crowd, for the audience, but on the inside it's killing you that you're not living out your truth. And again, especially double down because you are Aquarius. I so associate the planet, you know, you're ruled by planet Uranus, which is all about the truth. They're the rebellious planet. They're shocking. It explodes in order to get to the truth. So we do have to get to the truth of the matter. Where are you feeling like your thoughts or your ideas are being hidden or silenced? It's one or the both. I do sense that some of you are playing along or playing a role that you truly have outgrown and you're not happy doing it. So what advice can I give you here? Let's solve this. It's the ending of it. Yeah, okay, literally the way I'm splitting the deck, this is done. This is over. It can't continue. Something in this equation has to change, and I am getting, it's up to you. You have to be the initiator, because if you are indeed working with something or someone, they seem to be happy as pie. Or they're living in this dreamlike state where they're not wanting to acknowledge the elephant in the room, which is that we don't love each other anymore, but our parents paid for the wedding. Or something like that. Again, this is just a metaphor for something else that's going on behind the scenes. I just get the idea you cannot pretend anymore. I think you put on a good face maybe for someone else, and I think it irked you and it bothered you, but it's gotten to a point where it's only escalated, and like you can't live in this trap anymore. You have to come out. Some of you may quite literally be coming out of the closet with your sexuality or something that, again, you feel like you've been suppressed or something was made to be hidden, and you're like, but this is who I am. I have to live my authentic life. This is not a tragedy. This is not an ending that you need to feel very broken down by. It's quite the opposite. This is rejuvenation. This is regeneration of your true self. Again, getting your power back, finding your vibe, finding your tribe. I would even argue maybe you just came to the realization that you've done a lot of soul searching and, a lot of lessons you've had to learn very humbly and implement them in your life. And so maybe it's like your vibe attracts your tribe, only you're still holding on to your old tribe. It's like there's other people who are out there vibing on your level, but maybe you feel like you're stuck in some sort of relationship with someone, platonic, sexual, whatever it is. There may be an ending with a Scorpio, or it may be saying when you put an ending to this misery, and I'm not saying it's completely self-imposed or self-induced, but I do think the longer you wait, the longer you maintain, as a fixed sign, it's not going to get any better. So again, we got to shift. We got to change something. Essentially, this is about transformation. This is understanding what we no longer need, what no longer serves us. It's like you've outgrown the shell. You're shedding the snakeskin. So I think what's coming is a lot better, but a lot of you feel trapped and you're really questioning your exit strategy. Well, how do I fix this? How do I get out of this? For most of you, I just keep wanting to say, it's not that you have to fix it, you have to end it. But you don't want to. You want to hold on to it. Why? I'm asking you, why do you want to hold on to it? I'm not saying you're right or wrong, I'm just posing the question. When you cling to what is familiar and what is comfortable, that's fine. You're going to get a lot of what you currently have, but you make no room in your life for anything new, for anything different, right? This is sometimes what we call the miser card in a lower vibration, right? It's not always a lower vibrational card, but this pretty much unanimously is not a fun energy to be in. So maybe this is you, maybe it's someone you're dealing with, but this to me is a red flag of, oh, someone's not doing well here. They could be, or they're with someone who's flaunting this, oh, we have it all together and life is great, but really it's like we're barely hanging on. Like there is a sense of hope and desperation. Well, if I lose this, what if I never get it back? What if you get something back even better? What if this is about letting go of what doesn't serve you and having faith that you're making room in your life? You're aligning to your higher self. You're showing the universe, I'm ready to accept something bigger, something better. Something that's just quite simply more in alignment with where I'm at, because I can't pretend to be someone I'm not anymore. That's the message I get there. All right, final advice or guidance, and then we're going to do a new story for Aquarius. Final advice or guidance. What's the best thing I can tell Aquarius about this? That one's wanting to be seen. Oh, two came out. Oof, yeah. So again, there are no good or bad cards in tarot, but there are simply energies that are easier or trickier to deal with, even depending on your perspective, right? Certainly that weighs into it. This to me is saying someone is living in the past. There's already been this awakening, this dawning of a new day, this realization like, oh, shit is going down. Like this tower I've been building, it's not really succeeding. In fact, it's sort of, I don't want to say failing, because again, this is not a personal attack on any of you. I say this with kindness, but whatever this is, it's not working, and this is universe's sign to you it's not working. So we can look back with like shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or we can avoid what is right in front of us and be like, nope, I'm good, I'm going to stay. It's like someone is not wanting to acknowledge the truth. And again, this may be your person too, but this like, I'm just going to stay in a burning building. It's fine. Like, literally like that nervous laughter. Huh, it's good. Don't worry about it. It'll go away. Someone has a fire extinguisher. Like, how long do you want to do this? It feels exhausting. It feels like you're ready for something more, but it's scary, isn't it, right? Change can be scary. It doesn't have to be, but, it's leaving the comfort zone. That's what it is. The tower, in a sense, can be quite comfortable. When you're in the dark, you don't see the light of day. You don't see the forest from the trees. You're so engulfed in what is, right? It comes right after the devil, so in some sense, it could mean you're addicted to the status quo. You find comfort, but I wouldn't say healthy comfort, in what is. I don't know. The Five of Swords, I'm wanting to say there's an uncomfortable energy with someone and no one's really wanting to acknowledge the truth or having the difficult conversation of ending it. You may have already tried. You may have already tried an exit strategy. You may have already, yes, that's important. You may have already tried to leave this job and your boss, you know, didn't take the ultimatum and they offered you, I don't know, maybe they offered something again, to silence you, to not acknowledge the actual issue, but to throw a Band-Aid on it. That's what this feels like. How long are you willing to stay? What is your breaking point, Aquarius? Only you know. And I would argue it doesn't have to be a breaking point. It doesn't have to be a tragedy. It doesn't have to be the end of your world. It will be a transition. It will be a big change. With the Death card, the Ten of Swords, and the Tower coming through, it's like, why are we still here? Why are we still here? I'm wanting to ask this guy, like, you, sir, speak up. That's ironic, right? Speak up. Use your voice. Why are you still here? Where are you settling? Or if it's not settling, where are you just unhappy? And where are you possibly fearful of desiring more, moving towards more? This is about changing your mindset and empowering yourself, refusing to be victimized by other people. It truly is how you respond to other people around you, because you can't control what other people say and think and do. You can ultimately choose who you hang out with, who you choose as an employer, who you choose as a teammate, who you choose as a husband or a wife. But again, you're not responsible or accountable for them, but how you respond and react to them. So some of you, this is almost lighting a fire under you to move forward with that scary step of ending something that you know in your heart isn't good for you. It's not healthy anymore. It's ran its course. Maybe it's toxic. Maybe it's not, but it's leveling up. You're in a new chapter, so it's about not pretending that you're still like romanticizing the past, but that's not really it. You need to embrace the future. I would say that's important. Yeah. Not sentimentalizing the past. It served you and that's it. That's it. Now what? Where do we go from here? That's my best advice for you, because I would say I don't ever do fear-based readings. That's never my intent. I don't like to read as a reader that way. But I will say with the Tower, it sometimes indicates if you're not able to do something yourself and it really is taxing and weighing on you, and it's almost like but you're not seeing it, you're blissfully unaware of just how bad this is, that's when the universe comes to rescue you, in a sense, but it happens in a way that is not always comfortable. So you could choose to leave this on your own accord, but more or less the universe, I think, has decided this is not Aquarius's final destination. I'm just waiting for them to see that too. Some of you see it, some of you know it, but it's like, where is the final destination? Where are you going from here? Because this ain't it. It just isn't. Anyway. All right, that was a heavy one, Aquarius. How am I doing for time? Are any of you still out there with me? Exactly at 13 minutes. I love that. 13 is the Death card. Transition and change. A lot of Mars energy, Aries energy, right? We're in Aries season right now. It's about action. It's about forward movement. Let's switch messages. Let's well, I did grab that deck. Decisions. All right. Always on Aquarius, I go off-roading. It's because you're usually one of the last ones I do. Air signs on Thursday. I'm just like, what the hell? Let's do it. Let's go off script. All right, we're gonna use an oracle deck, I guess, because that's what I grabbed. Here we go. Lullaby. Siren, the sweet song. I'm hearing something about poetry or musicians or music, lyrics, words. Is it good or bad? Is someone lulling you into sleep to get you comfortable? Or is it someone who's whisking you away in romance? Let's see. This is a very Piscean nature. So who out there has a Mercury or a Venus in Pisces? Raise your hand. No rain today. All right. That says to me this is actually good. Ain't nobody gonna rain on your parade. Tiny triumphs. That's adorable. Love it. Okay. I'm actually going to talk about this with you. And then Eva. All right. Like Adam and Eve, temptation. I think that denotes our old storyline with the devil and the tower and, you know, feeling comfortable in what is familiar. When you break away with that, again, when you empower yourself, this ushers in a new cycle, and it's soft, it's melodic, it's beautiful, it's dreamy. There's an ease to it and there's an enjoyment, but there always has been that available to you. It was just a matter of seeing it and being in a place where you could acknowledge it. I hope that makes sense, but ease, happiness, joy, it's always available to you. Don't make it a final destination, because then in your head it's like you're never going to get there. happiness and joy, comfort, however you want to say it. It's around you all the time. It exists within you. It's a matter of choosing to acknowledge it and work with that energy versus putting it up on a pedestal of, oh, one day I'll be happy. One day I'll have this. Yeah, some of you, it's like I'm literally getting like you smell the scent or something. You have like almost like ESP, extrasensory perception, or something of the like. You have some sort of ability to smell things or hear things. It's a connection to the divine, really, and it's like you're on the trail of something bigger. So follow that trail, what you feel called to, because it's divine. It's almost the idea of like harps and angels playing music. Of course I'm speaking in metaphor, guys, right? That's how tarot speaks. Metaphors, symbols, all that good stuff, archetypes. It's like the lull of the melody. It's calling you in, and it's safe. It's not something you need to fear. No rain today. It's not the dark side. It's not the shadow side. It's trying to get you to see the light. It's trying to get you to step into the light. And again, it doesn't happen without taking some sort of small risk or a tiny triumph. Doing something that maybe scares you, because again, maybe you're a little bit shaken. Maybe it felt like someone took your power away and, it frightened you. It provoked fear or this anticipation of attack. Work your way through that and understand where you're creating maybe a fictitious narrative, because this is a harsh message. Again, I'm not pretending that this isn't going to trigger some people, and I never mean to do that, but I compassion. I'm never trying to offend or insult, but are you... How do I want to phrase this? That fear that was incited because someone else did something, where are you telling yourself that that's going to continue to happen in order for you to enable yourself to maybe not take risks or to not step out and be vocal, to not, like, take the mic, take your power back, have your voice be heard, even if it makes other people uncomfortable, Aquarius. You have spirit guides around you. All three of these are like spirit guide cards to me. What about the shoes? Something important about the shoes, specifically red shoes, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. That could be like a million different things to me. It's a confirmation for some of you. Is it something sentimental about ancestors or spirit guides, or I don't know, red shoes? I don't know. It makes me think of Wizard of Oz. Like, there's no place like home. Are you at home in yourself? I don't mean to make these the same message because they might be very different, but this doesn't have to be home if you don't want it to. I'm just putting that out there. That doesn't look cozy to me, but maybe it's been so... just a staying point in your life. It's become so familiar that it's what you've accepted as home. Going home. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz, I feel like that's chock full of metaphors. Going off on adventures, meeting new people, learning things about them, learning things about yourself, and then... honestly, like coming back to the recognition, like you were good as you were, or no, that's not what I mean. There's value in appreciating what you have. I think that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Now I'm seeing underwear, green underwear. This is so random. I'm seeing green underwear and like lingerie. Or, I don't know, something to do with that. I have Aquarius. I don't know what the hell these messages are. They're just confirmation for some of you. Whatever. I don't know. Did someone give you green underwear? Yeah, don't cheat yourself out of the life you dream of, out of the life you desire. In a sense, it's like the way you manifest. You're already living it. You're just participating in things that are lessening the vibe or lessening the enjoyment of it. So strip away what doesn't serve you and step into the light. Step into who you're meant to be. It's never going to not be there for you. You're never going to be denied your destiny, but you do have to take action to move towards it. There's a curiosity about you. I see you dreaming and thinking about this thing and coming to this recognition that maybe it is time to move forward towards it. And you will. You absolutely will. I'm getting this metaphor of like a pirate, like someone stole something from you. And it may have just been your confidence, right? It doesn't have to be physically your money or possessions. And maybe it was for some of you. Yeah, maybe you were packing stuff up in a box. Some of you may be leaving or moving out from a residence with people you don't like or you don't trust. Or it could be you packing up your office equipment or whatever it is. Yeah, you're moving away from the pirates. You're setting sail somewhere else. There might be a male earth sign who is a musician that plays some sort of role in your spiritual path forward. It could be, again, a spirit guide, any ancestors, male earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you strongly resonate as that, some of you are going to have thriving careers in music. Yeah, it's like making the best out of a negative situation or what could have been a negative situation. Whatever this is, a lot of you are going to turn that into wisdom through like almost spiritual art or some avenue of creativity or self-expression. That actually came up in Libra's reading too. It doesn't have to be your job. It doesn't have to be your side gig. I would offer it easily could. With King of Pentacles, it might be lucrative. But more than anything, it's you utilizing your narrative and your story for a purpose. I feel like you get this message all the time too. Almost taking something in your life that was a very humbling and difficult lesson and helping others who are going through it. Psychology, counseling, music healing, music therapy is coming up here very strong. Anyway, this is a bit random for me. I'm not getting much of a storyline. I'm just kind of giving you hits as I get them. So I guess I'm going to wrap it there. I do really want to indicate something with a Pisces or an Earth sign if you're looking to connect or collaborate with someone. Pisces. Definitely Pisces, maybe Cancer, Virgo, and Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. All right, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today on my channel. Do remember to hit the like button, smash the like button. That really does help me. Other than that, I will see you next Thursday for more tarot. Bye, Aquarius.